If you were laid off this month, the initial shock usually ends here. Alone, staring at the blue light of a screen, trying to make sense of a world that suddenly has no place for your daily routine. Your first instinct is to look for a human explanation, the idea that the company found someone willing to do your job for a lower salary. If it isn't a cheaper human, you assume it's the machine. You imagine an AI has finally spent enough time studying your specific tasks to replicate your specialized expertise. In reality, the safety you felt at your desk likely had very little to do with the unique talents listed on your resume. Your paycheck was actually being shielded by something much more mundane: friction. The true weight of a layoff comes from the realization that your professional value was built on a foundation of systemic inefficiency. Corporate life has historically been a maze of endless handoffs and slow-moving approval chains. For decades, these messy workflows required a massive amount of local context and interpersonal trust just to keep the gears turning. This bureaucratic drag acted like a moat around your paycheck, creating a space where your presence was mandatory to navigate the chaos. Replacing a worker like you was historically avoided because the administrative headache involved in untangling your specific role from the company's internal knots was simply too expensive. People think of their career as a ladder, but for many it was more like a toll booth. You stood at a specific intersection of information and charged a salary for letting it pass. When you mistake this systemic drag for essential skill, you end up tying your entire identity to a system defined by its own inefficiency. That system is now being introduced to modern AI. Most people assume the threat of this technology is limited to its ability to draft emails or generate code with more speed than a human. The true threat is visible here, in the tangled web of choke points defining old workflows. AI is dissolving the friction that made your desk necessary. The tedious parts of your job can now be bypassed entirely. Corporations are building a completely new highway. When the new highway gets built, they don't replace the toll worker, they remove the booth altogether. We are seeing a massive reorganization of how work flows. Once that friction is removed, the job security that relied on it vanishes instantly. Displaced workers often respond with a flurry of activity, panic applying to 100 new jobs or buying a generic upskilling course. These traditional strategies are failing because they are designed to help you back into a system that is being dismantled. This is the reality of the post-friction economy. This chart shows the difference between a temporary dip and a permanent shift. These layoffs represent a structural reset where employment levels flatten out at a new, lower baseline. Companies are realizing they don't need to rebuild the old hierarchies. The goal now is to operate leaner, faster, and without the bureaucratic drag that used to justify middle management. Your institutional knowledge loses its value the moment the specific, messy process it belonged to is automated out of existence. Survival in this landscape requires accepting that the old rules of safety have changed. You cannot reclaim a spot in a hierarchy that has been permanently deleted. Picture a modern logistics firm. It's a massive, chaotic machine of moving parts, where thousands of shipments, suppliers, and client demands collide every single hour. Hidden inside that machine is a typical mid-level manager. For 10 years, this person has built an entire career acting as the sole human bridge between the sales team making promises and the supply chain trying to deliver on them. None of their expertise is written down in a handbook. It is entirely local context. They know exactly who to email and who to call when the normal, documented procedures inevitably break down. When a crucial shipment is stuck, they know exactly how to navigate the internal politics, pulling personal favors to force a priority package through a deeply resistant system. If the company were to let them go, absolute chaos would ensue for months, while someone else tried to reconstruct that informal network. That fear of chaos, that organizational friction, is what ultimately guarantees their paycheck. Living in this gap is grueling. The manager spends their days answering urgent calls, putting out fires, and racing against the clock. Surviving that daily barrage of high-stress tasks creates a powerful psychological feedback loop. They feel indispensable. They look at the sweat equity they pour into the company and assume their exhausting effort is the same thing as creating value. But they have made a critical error. They have confused the agonizing process of navigating a broken system with the actual goal of their job. Then the company deploys a new AI-driven integration system designed specifically to bridge these isolated departments. The mechanics of the business instantly shift. The raw sales data starts talking directly to the supply chain algorithms, completely bypassing the human intermediary. The system doesn't wait for a frantic phone call. It monitors data flows to preemptively predict shipping delays before they even happen in the real world. It automatically reroutes shipments and flags exceptions on its own, resolving issues without a single human touchpoint. In a matter of days, that messy network of personal favors, hushed conversations, and urgent emails becomes completely obsolete. In this transition, the manager loses their position without a cheaper human or a mechanical robot ever entering the building. The integration system has eliminated the structural requirement for a human bridge, rendering the automation of specific tasks secondary to the total removal of the role itself. The daily crises disappear. The endless barrage of urgent emails stops coming. The desk phone goes entirely silent. This is job evaporation. When the friction is removed, the role doesn't get replaced. It simply vanishes. Logistics is only the leading edge of a much wider macroeconomic shift. Look across the corporate landscape, and you see the exact same exposure across human resources, marketing operations, and accounting departments. These roles all share a singular vulnerability. Their primary day-to-day function revolves around routing data, synthesizing context, or passing approvals between isolated corporate departments. As AI integration spreads through the enterprise stack, those manual routing and approval functions are universally and instantly bypassed. Any white-collar role defined primarily by moving information from one silo to another is highly exposed to silent elimination. The modern workforce operates under a tragic misconception about their relentless hustle. Working hard, staying late, and answering emails on the weekends offers absolutely zero defense against systemic algorithmic integration. That exhausting busyness was never the goal. It was simply the financial penalty the company paid for operating an inefficient system. Now, that cost is being ruthlessly cut. The question isn't whether you work hard. The question is whether your career represents actual value or merely the friction algorithms are built to erase.
The days right after a white-collar layoff rarely feel like a crisis. With a severance package in the bank and a healthy cushion of savings, the immediate aftermath usually feels like a well-deserved, if unexpected, sabbatical. You open up the laptop and start polishing the resume. You bold the bullet points you know are impressive, your proven ability to manage cross-functional teams, and your track record of streamlining communication across departments. The strategy is straightforward. You are looking for another large corporation running the same organizational playbook, where you can slot yourself into a familiar management tier and pick up exactly where you left off. Taking a step down in salary or pivoting to a junior role isn't on the table. Lowering your lifestyle or stepping away from your established title would feel like admitting defeat in a career you've spent a decade building. This quiet confidence rests on a dangerous illusion. The professional ground beneath this career path has permanently shifted, and the demand for friction managers is plummeting. Weeks turn into the first few months. The sabbatical feeling fades as the inbox fills with a steady, quiet accumulation of automated rejection emails. It is easy to rationalize the silence. You blame the seasonal job market, or assume the applicant tracking software is filtering out your resume because it's missing the right keywords. The balance in the savings account slowly drains, but the commitment to the old professional identity remains rigid. You hold out for that six-figure director role. The market is actively repricing your core offering. As friction disappears from corporate systems, the market value of your experience is approaching zero. To see why those rejection letters keep coming, we have to look past the individual resume and examine the mechanics of the old economy. Inefficient corporate structures are plagued by friction, natural silos, communication gaps, and endless handoffs. A massive middle management layer existed to smooth over this exact chaos, manually unblocking bottlenecks to drag projects across the finish line. When you put cross-functional leader on your resume,
You are selling your expertise in navigating a broken, highly inefficient system. A professional friction manager is a critical asset, but only as long as the organization continues to tolerate the friction itself. While you wait at home for a callback, the new economy is restructuring to eliminate those handoffs entirely. Companies are moving away from massive, siloed departments. They are replacing them with extremely small, highly agile teams. These lean teams use AI agents capable of automating communication and processing handoffs instantly. The market is hiring for a different set of traits: high adaptability, technical fluency, and the ability to generate direct, tangible value without a committee. The jobs aren't coming back. The organizational friction that required human intervention has been erased by automated systems. By month 6, the macroeconomic shift crashes into domestic reality. The math is unavoidable. The severance package is gone, the safety net of savings is burned through, and the next mortgage payment is looming. The quiet pressure inside the house builds. Banks and utility companies do not care about a former title or an impressive tenure. The job isn't coming back because the friction that created it is gone. You are waiting for an economy that no longer has a place for your former title. The longer it takes to accept that this identity is obsolete, the more expensive the lesson becomes. You face a binary choice: adapt immediately to the new realities of the market, or face the consequences of financial ruin. Surviving requires a ruthless audit of your own skill set. You must separate the abilities that produce actual value from the habits you developed just to navigate bureaucracy. The transition is urgent. You have to stop selling your ability to manage cross-functional processes and start proving your ability to generate direct output. The work you thought was safe was only ever protected by corporate friction. In a frictionless economy, adaptability is your only defense. You log in for the day, and somewhere behind the routine, a quiet anxiety is starting to build. You are realizing that the impressive title on your LinkedIn profile no longer offers any real protection from the market. For years, the corporate world encouraged the pursuit of labels like Senior Coordinator of Interdepartmental Synergies. These titles felt like armor, but they were often just placeholders in a bloated system. Many of these roles exist solely to manage friction. Your output is generating alignment, seeking endless consensus, and providing status updates to people doing the exact same thing. In this diagram, value is supposed to flow, but it gets trapped in administrative bottlenecks. These nodes don't create anything, they simply slow the process. When optimizing, companies eliminate the middleman. They route a path around the blockage, making administrative roles redundant overnight. Your career identity functioned as a temporary toll booth on a corporate highway. Now that the market has found a way to bypass that toll booth, the title alone no longer holds any value. Modern technological tools are doing more than just speeding up your old tasks. They are being used to architect entirely new workflows that don't require traditional oversight. These systems are designed to strip away the layers that used to require a human to pass information. If a task involves simply formatting data or moving a project to the next stage, the software now handles it instantly. One circle represents direct value creation, building products or solving tangible problems. The other represents friction management, constant alignment and status checks. If your job relies entirely on friction management, you are in the danger zone. As systems become efficient, that circle is erased. You cannot afford to ignore how these tools work. Understanding the mechanism that is removing your role is the only way to avoid being blindsided when the transition reaches your desk. Survival requires shifting your focus toward work that is protected by reality. This means moving away from corporate friction and toward roles that the market cannot easily abstract or automate. The first pillars of this type of work are physical. The market still places immense value on your physical presence and your ability to perform complex physical manipulation in unpredictable environments. Software cannot take the blame when a recommendation costs millions. Because an algorithm cannot be sued, the market pays a premium for human accountability. If you aren't doing physical or high-trust work, you must become the architect, managing the tools that remove friction. Transitioning to this role means you stop relying on friction for a paycheck. Instead, you become the person who identifies bottlenecks and uses technology to remove them. true job security is no longer a gift from a company.
It is a measurement of how close you stand to these tangible, unavoidable pillars of reality. Moving into this new economy is an uncomfortable and gritty process. The market does not care about your previous seniority, and it will not make this transition fair. You have to start with ego death. You must completely detach your self-worth from the title you used to hold and focus entirely on the problems you are capable of solving today. This isn't a suggestion to join a coding bootcamp out of blind panic. A pivot is useless if it doesn't align with the actual value you can provide. It's about understanding the tools, not just collecting more certificates. Clinging to a career built on friction ensures your obsolescence. Your only path forward is to rebuild your safety around direct, provable results. If this breakdown helped you see the reality of the job market more clearly, subscribe to After the Layoff. We don't do toxic positivity here, just practical maps for surviving the new economy. Leave a comment below with what part of your job you think is most exposed. See you in the next one.